What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of this week's Fan Mail of the Week. I am your host, UnrealEntGaming. Thank you all for watching, everybody. I really do hope that all of you guys enjoyed your Halloween. I hope you guys enjoyed your week. This week has been just chock filled with great games. Assassin's Creed, WWE, we had Battlefield, we had Batman. I mean, just so many things. And we are on the eve of Call of Duty Ghosts. And I know a lot of people aren't fans of Call of Duty Ghosts, but remember, guys, it is a video game, so I mean, at this point we're gonna have to wait and see if it's good or not. If it's not, then it is what it is. If it is, then that's something refreshing. But we have a lot of questions to get through it today. Also, guys, before I begin, I just want to say that I hope you guys send me some video format questions for next week's episode. I'm actually starting to build up something. I'm not gonna say what it is, but it's definitely involving something with you guys for next year, early next year. So I really do hope you guys send in your videos in video format. So on that note, guys, let's begin with our first question, which is from Melon. Hey Alex, thank you so much for spending so much time answering all the questions. Yes, I've spent over 50 hours on here. Trust me, I've seen my freaking statistics. That is a lot of hours for fan mail. I'm turning 23 on the 1st. Oh shit, happy belated birthday, man. Yay for getting old. Why are you happy to get old? Hell no. We're getting old, bruh. I mean, we're not that far away from 30, and then we're gonna hit 40. And then 50, and 60, and then 70, and then we die. Because, I mean, it's fucking hard to make it to 80, right? If you made it to 80, you're immortal. So, we need a time machine to go back in the 90s. Fuck yes. If you find one, you let me know. I'll be the first motherfucker on that time machine out of here. Anyway, on to my questions. Here we go. Question number 1. It's you versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania, and it's his last match. And it was left up to you to beat The Undertaker or let him go undefeated. What would you do? Question number 2. You had 2 doors in front of you. One takes you to the WWE as the WWE champ and the face of the company. And the second door takes you to being the president of the United States and to fix all of the problems. What door would you pick? Oh boy. Question number 3. You always say that DBZ is the best anime ever. I also agree. But if you had to make an anime that beats DBZ in every way, how would you do it? Oh shit, that's a good question. Question number 4. Who is the crazier and who would win in a fight? The Joker or Voss? Question number 5. I have 3 what-if battles for you. 100% Final Form Frieza versus First Form Cell. Hatchak versus Super Android 13. Super Janemba versus Buhan. Who would win in those fights? Final question, if you had to pick 5 games to replay for the first time, what would you pick? And can you ask Paul and Vern this question on your next Mind Wars Z video? So I can see what they say. Thank you, man. To answer your first question, honestly, I would not be selfish. I would allow The Undertaker to go undefeated, but not without giving him a fucking fight. I mean, literally, I would give him fucking, power bombs, power buckles. I'd give him fucking suicide dives, F5 off the top ropes and stuff like that. But in my personal opinion, I think the Undertaker's undefeated streak is what makes WrestleMania. So, just simply put, I would definitely let him go undefeated because I wouldn't want to be that guy to get looked at and just say, oh, you ended the Undertaker's undefeated streak. Oh, now you just ruined wrestling. It's like, well, what the fuck, man? I mean, seriously. But, I mean, out of respect, I would probably let him go undefeated. I mean, don't get me wrong, there would definitely be a side of me where I would love to fucking just hit that 1, 2, 3 count and just watch the audience pop. But out of the spirit of WrestleMania, I think I would allow him to go undefeated. But if The Undertaker would want me to end the streak, then, like all good things, the streak must come to an end. So only if he allows me to, then I would say yeah. But if not, I would let him go undefeated. To answer your second question, that's a very good question. But I would probably say the first door into being in the WWE and WWE champion and the face of the company, because if I were to go through that second door and be the president of the United States of America, that would give me a lot of problems and difficulties, because the president of the United States of America isn't really the one that calls all the shots. Remember, I mean, no matter how much of a boss you think you are, there are bosses above bosses. So personally for me, even if I were to have the opportunity to quote unquote fix everything and fix the economy and all that stuff, I would still get looked at as that person who would still mess up the economy, because no matter how much good you do, there are people out there that would badmouth you and look down on you and say that you didn't do a better job and whatnot. So personally for me, I would want to follow my dream and go definitely into the WWE. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with being the fucking president, I mean, but I just wouldn't want to sell out and just have to go into politics, because I feel like every politician is a liar. I feel like every politician is a very selfish, demeaning person. I mean, to a certain extent, because there are good politicians, but for the most part, I think 95% of them are all corrupt, greedy, selfish, just overall bad, because they really don't, think about the people in a certain extent. They always think about themselves. So I wouldn't have the heart to just think about myself and just leave the people in ruins. So that would be my response to that question. To answer your third question, I don't think I'd be able to do that, but if I were able to do that, I would incorporate something along the lines of a mixture of Yu-Gi-Oh! With Dragon Ball Z to a certain extent, because I used to love the Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters and stuff like that. Like, can you imagine Obelisk the Tormentor being able to, like, have his full powers unlocked without being able to just being summoned by a card? You know what I mean? Imagine if Obelisk with the Tormentor or Exodia or, Slicer the Sky Dragon or, Jinx and stuff like that. Imagine those characters were, actual physical monsters that weren't held captive by a card. Imagine they can just let loose and do whatever the fuck they want. Like, that's the type of shit I would do. Like, I would make Obelisk the Tormentor like an evil boss and stuff like that. Definitely incorporates some mechanics from Dragon Ball Z in terms of having the ability to fly and super strength and all that kind of stuff. Would I be able to top it? I really don't think so, man. I mean, but then again, there are animes out there. There are people out there that say that there are other animes that are way better than Dragon Ball Z. Like Gundam, and some people say Naruto. So there are people out there that disagree with the fact that DBZ is the best. Which every opinion is respected by me, but I don't think I'd be able to top DBZ. I really don't think so. To answer your fourth question, I would have to say Joker, because Joker would fuck with you and he would mentally just destroy you. Whereas opposed to Voss would put fear in your heart, but he wouldn't mentally fuck you like the Joker would. I think the Joker would allow you to go crazy first, and then he would just begin to physically do damage. But I think between the two, the Joker is far more crazier, but in a fight, I think Voss would beat the shit out of the Joker in a physical fight. In terms of being unstable and just evil and maniacal and out of fucking place, I think that's definitely the Joker. So, to answer your fifth question, just to top it off right quick, I believe that it would go like this. I believe it would go Cell, Hatchak, and probably Super Janemba. To a certain extent, Super Janemba. I mean, that can actually vary, because I already did that what if fight, but I'm planning on redoing it again. And to answer your final question, which is my favorite, if I had to pick 5 games to replay for the first time in my life, I would have to say I would definitely do the Spyro series, which means Spyro 2, Spyro 3, Spyro 1, because when I played those games as a kid, it really opened up my life. Like, I loved Spyro so much. That was like my shit back in the day, you know what I mean? Like, that was my game. So definitely the Spyro series. Resident Evil, I would definitely redo Resident Evil, all of them, the entire franchise. Like, I would have to say Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil 1 for the GameCube, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil 4. I don't know about Resident Evil 5 so much, or 6, but I would have to say 0 to 4, including Code Veronica. So the Spyro series, the Resident Evil series, another game or series I would have to say that I would replay for the first time is the Grand Theft Auto series. From Liberty City to probably San Andreas, because when you're a kid and you're playing these games, like you have like this mentality that those are like the greatest games that have ever been made by man. So those would be the two games that I would definitely do. So the Spyro series, the Resident Evil series, the GTA series from Vice City to San Andreas. Another game that I would definitely go back and play would have to be probably Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid 2 and Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. I think those Metal Gear games stuck with me as a kid so much that I would love to just go back and revisit those games, replay those games, pop those cheat codes from the back of the magazine, and just fucking have fun. I mean, those were the freaking titles. And lastly, I would have to say probably Pokemon Gold and Silver. Now I know this might bring back a lot of memories, especially from those 5, series and 5 franchise I just mentioned, but Pokemon Gold and Silver were games that I invested hundreds of hours on. Trust me when I say that. So, those would be the 5 franchises that I would go back and revisit. I mean, definitely without a shadow of a freaking doubt, man. But thank you for the questions, my good sir. Moving on to the next question, which is from Awesome Papa. Hey, Alex, you're really amazing. You're my idol. Oh, thank you, man. I have some questions for you. Question number 1. When you got DBZ Battle of Z, could we ask you to play online with us fans? Of course, man. That's not even a question. Question 2. When you were little, did you watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Question 3. Which DBZ game is really your favorite? Alright, that's all I got for now. Keep doing what you're doing, and God bless you, man. P.S. Fuck yeah, I'm trying to fuck the squids. Sorry for the grammar mistakes, if there are any grammar mistakes. Alright, man. Well, to answer your first question, that's not even a question to be answered. Yes, definitely yes. I will be playing Battle of Z with fans. I play with fans all the time. If you look at my archives, right, I've answered hundreds and hundreds of questions on fan mail. I've played with fans on Mine Wars. I've played with fans on Black Ops Zombies. I've played with fans on Battlefield 3, I recall, because I haven't played with anybody on Battlefield 4 just yet. I've played with people on DBZ Budokai, DBZ Raging Blast 2. I've played a couple of matches with those. I've played with fans on GTA 5, which was very interesting, by the way, because every single time I play GTA 5 with you guys, you just want to steal my cars, which is kind of messed up, because like the first thing I say is, hi guys, and you just want to punch me in the face and take my car. So DBZ Battle of Z, definitely yes. And I heard that the game is going to have a cross-platform multiplayer sequence. So that means since I have an Xbox, I can actually play with a PlayStation person. So that right there is going to be awesome. To answer your second question, I'm going to keep it really straightforward. No, I did not watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as a kid. I used to watch very, very little pieces and bits of it, but I never actually watched the entire show. I hardly know any of the characters. I know it's like Raphael, and that's pretty much it. Like, but I haven't watched any of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so that's pretty much that. I mean, to be honest. And to answer your last question, which DBZ game is my favorite? That actually can vary, because my favorite is between Raging Blast 2 and Budokai Tenkaichi 3, because both games were amazing. Both games actually offered so much for the player in terms of character roster. I mean, obviously Budokai Tenkaichi 3 had the largest roster, but Raging Blast 2 had the better graphics, and they had what if characters. So that for me just pretty much did it there. And I don't know, between the two I would have to say Budokai Tenkaichi 3. Maybe it's because for the roster, because they had a huge roster and a lot of maps and all that kind of stuff. But personally for me, I would have to say that. I mean, who knows? Maybe Battle of Z is going to be my next favorite. I mean, I have no idea. But as of right now, it's definitely that. So, I mean, I hope they keep making more. But if not, I'll be really disappointed. But thank you for the questions, Mr. Poppin'. Moving on. You know what I noticed about last week's fan mail? It was nothing but Halloween questions, which was awesome, because I actually got a lot of you guys to enjoy your Halloweens from that, so I'm really, really grateful that I did. And I really hope you guys had a great Halloween, because I did. I watched so many horror movies that it's just out of this world, man. But on to the next question, which is from Son Goku. What's down, Alex? My feet, I guess. I don't know. Now what's up? My ceiling. Now what's left? My TV. Now what's right? My phone. Now, how am I? I'm doing all right. That's good to hear. It's so random. You forgot to say what's behind me and in front. Whatever. How's your chair? Squeaky as fucking, I imagine. Very squeaky indeed. Listen to my words. I speak for everyone when I say that you are the best YouTuber ever, and you deserve way more than you get. Really? Thank you. Like that right there. Just thank you, man. I mean, I really hope I get more, but I mean, it is what it is. You know, I can't force people to like me, so I just do what I do because I love to do it. So, wow, look at what he said next. This guy said, fuck PewDiePie. He sucks in my opinion. Really? I like pubes. I mean, not pubes, but PewDiePie. PewDiePie. I mean, I think he's all right. I think he actually introduced me to a lot of PC games that I never even heard of in my life, but and I hope Paul, Sean, AJ, and Brandon are listening to this. Suck my dick, bitches. Oh, I love you, Alex, no homo. When I go to my dorm room, I can't wait to see what kind of gold you've uploaded this time. Thank you, man. You bring a smile to my face with your humor and your derpy voice. Hey, I don't have a derpy voice, you fucking merp. Damn you. I want to hear your voice. You probably sound like an ostrich trying to have sex with a rabbit. Anyway, on to the fucking questions. Answer them thoroughly and honestly, like you always do. You're the best. Thank you, man. Question number 1. Did you know that Osama bin Laden was nominated the fastest storyteller of all time? 200 stories in 5 minutes. Get the fuck out of here. Is that really true? Are you yanking my dick right now? Is this really true? I'm about to go look that shit up. Question number 2. Did the last question offend you? Sorry if it did. It was pretty dark. What do you mean? How is that question dark? Yeah. Question number 3. Have you heard of Avengers Sevenfold? They're my favorite, and you should totally check them out. Just if not, just kidding. Well, I already know what Avengers Sevenfold is, but question number 4. Would you mind if I made a fan mail of the week video for next week while showing you my DBZ merch? Sure. Question number 5. I'm kind of afraid to tell people about DBZ at my school because they'll probably ridicule me for it. Fuck them, right? Hell yeah, fuck them. What should I do? Because I want to share them and how amazing it is. Question 6. How's life? Question 7. How's house hunting going for you? Question 8. How's bear? Question 9. I heard recently that Treyarch is actually going to make a standalone zombie game. Thoughts? Really? Question 10. Is it true that Magikarp is stronger than Yamcha and Paul combined? Very, very. Question 11. Do you hate the Pokemon Tentacool? Question 12. Is it true that Justin Bieber likes hard-throbbing cock in his asshole? Question 13. The entertainment industry is shitty nowadays. I just love to hear you rant about it, so will you? Final flash question. You can only pick 4 powers in the DBZ realm. Which would you pick? I would pick flying, Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, and healing powers. Thanks for answering my questions, man. You're like a brother to me. It seems I know you don't know me, but I feel it. You give me my inspiration to get up in the morning, no homo, and give me strength for my days to come. So once again, thank you, Alex. Man, thank you so much, bro. I mean, really, like, stuff like that is, like, what makes me feel good. Because often than not, most of my days are so shitty because they're so long and so boring and so stressful and so hectic and tiring. So just for you saying that, thank you so much, man. To answer your first question, as you already heard from the tone of my voice, I did not know that. I did not know that Osama bin Idiot was nominated anything. If anything, he was nominated the longest fast and freaking hide-and-seek player in the world because this guy was hiding for like fucking decades. And I mean, the most powerful nations in the world couldn't find this guy. I mean, that's what's mind-boggling. To answer your second question, no, it did not offend me because how was the first question even dark to begin with? To answer your third question, I have heard of Avenged Sevenfold. I think they're a great band, really great band actually, and I think I would love to go to one of their concerts, but I mean, I don't know when they're going to be coming around the New York area, so I can't really say for sure. To answer your fourth question, yes, please do. I want to see your DBZ merch, whatever it is you have. I want to see the DBZ collection. To answer your fifth question, all right, I mean, who fucking cares what people have to say? I mean, really. Because did you know that, like, being a fan shouldn't be offensive. Being a fan shouldn't be, demeaning, you know what I mean? Because we're all fans of something, you know what I mean? Like, we can't go about our lives without being fans of something, just because you're a fan of something doesn't mean you can't express yourself. I mean, for example, take about what you just said, right? Look at all the Justin Bieber fans. They fucking take great pride in what they believe in, and they believe in some snot-nosed, little rich, punk-ass bitch who looks like a lesbian, and, they take great pride in that, So for me, if you want to express yourself, if you find somebody that, well, if you have friends that, you know, are really close to you, or just friends in general, just tell them about it. Who the fuck? If they ridicule you for that shit, then you speak up. Be like, hey, wait a minute, listen. How could you sit there and criticize me and judge me and label me for loving Dragon Ball Z when Dragon Ball Z has a deeper story than whatever the fuck it is you watch? Because Dragon Ball Z does have a much deeper root and a much deeper story than any of the shit half these people watch on TV these days. Dragon Ball Z is all about never giving up, because even though the odds may be stacked against you, you always have to rise above the challenge. Am I not right? Because that's what the Z fighters always fucking do. They run into a problem, they overcome the problem, and they move on. Dragon Ball Z is also about, consistently training and improving yourself. You know what I mean? Being humble. How many of these TV shows that these motherfuckers watch nowadays are all about being humble and whatnot? No, they're not. Nowadays people fucking watch, all sorts of bullshit on TV, so who's anybody to criticize Dragon Ball Z? So Dragon Ball Z has such a great, nostalgic story to it that, I don't think anybody's in any position to criticize, because if somebody criticized me for that shit and came up to me and said, oh, all they do is power up, look like they're taking the shit, I'll be like, alright, so what fucking show do you watch then? Some bullshit on fucking Comedy Central or your TNA or fucking whatever. You know what I mean? Like what, The Big Bang Theory, fucking Vampire Diaries? You just go hang yourself with the news. Not that there's anything wrong with those shows, but if somebody would approach me and tell me, oh, my favorite show is this, but your show sucks, I would be like, oh, well, my fucking show is better than yours, because your fucking show is about the same garbage over and over again. So, to answer your sixth question, how's life? Life is alright. It's not the best, but it is what it is. I was thinking about doing a little tour of my house, actually, just so I could show you how life is. And I'm telling you right now, you guys would be shocked, because a lot of people often assume that I'm living good. No. I'm living like alrighty. Like, it just, I wish that my life was better. You know what I mean? Like, don't we all do? Just because I'm on YouTube doesn't really mean that life is good. Life is alright. Aside from YouTube and everything else, I'm consistently training and working, all that kind of stuff. So it's like, it really takes a fucking toll on me. And I hardly get any sleep, and I need sleep, but I refuse to sleep sometimes. So that's pretty much what fucks me over. How's house hunting going for me? To answer your seventh question, pretty good. I finally found my place, and I should be moving in February. So hopefully, if that happens, with God's grace, I hope everything goes good. But if not, I am gonna fucking go outside and start skinning some rabbits, because this is gonna be some bullshit. To answer your eighth question, how's Bear? Bear's pretty good. Bear's evolved. Bear is now reached a Super Saiyan 4 level. Yes, he's very powerful. Every time he fucking jumps up and he pushes me, my fucking leg just snaps in two. Nah, Bear's doing good. He is what it is. It's just, I always keep him outside my room, because every time he's in here, he wants to just fuck something up. So that's something I can't have, because he might be chewing on my cords or trying to jump on my lap or do something like that. So just Bear's all right. Bear's in the other room right now. I think I can hear him, but can I hear him? No, he's out. He's over there, definitely doing something. But yeah, he's doing pretty good. To answer your ninth question, I did not know about Treyarch doing a standalone game. If you could please provide me with some links, I definitely want to see that, because if it's true, then I am very, very interested. My eyes and ears are open for that matter, because that's something I really want to see, if they're actually going to go on ahead and do that. To answer your 10th question, Magikarp is far more powerful than Yamcha, especially Paul. I think in a real fight, Magikarp against Paul, I think the Magikarp would obliterate Paul. Sorry, Paul. Question number 11, do I hate the Pokemon Tentacool? Actually, I loved Tentacool when I was a kid, until I discovered better Pokemon, but for the time being, I thought he was pretty cool. I don't hate Tentacool at all. Do you hate Tentacool? Because it looks like you do. To answer your 12th question, does Justin Bieber like hard times in his butt? Definitely. Justin Bieber, I hate Justin Bieber. He's such a little fucking asshole. Like, he thinks the world revolves around him. It's like, what the hell's up with these celebrities and famous people that think that the world revolves around them? I really don't fucking get that. It's like they ignore everything. They fucking think that they're gods and whatever. It's like, shut the fuck up, Justin Bieber. All you have over us is money. You don't have fucking talent, because I'm pretty sure the majority of the population is far more talented than him. So fuck that shit. To answer your 13th question, you're right. The entertainment industry is shitty, because all they're producing is shit. So there's nothing to rant about when, you're ranting about shit, because I mean, that's like you going in your bathroom, taking a shit, and then getting up and looking at it, and then fucking complaining about it. Ah, shit's not big enough. This shit don't stink as much as I would. You know what I mean? So, the entertainment industry, in terms of all aspects, is crap. I mean, they try so hard to do certain things, and it's just like, shut up, be original, and don't complain about it. Like, stop. You know what I mean? They try to market off everything these days, and that shit pisses me off because it's all about marketing, right? I mean, fucking the entertainment industry, it's all about fucking consumers and advertisements and blah, 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 blah. It's like, all right, man, we get it. I mean, granted, the only thing that may be good about these days are movies to a certain extent, but other than that, everything else is just crap, so... and to answer your final question, for superpowers, I would definitely have to say I would pick the same. Flying, being able to heal people, the Kamehameha, and definitely Super Saiyan. So I would definitely have to agree, because who wouldn't want those abilities? I mean, seriously, I would just go around the world doing all sorts of fucking shit. But in terms of that aspect, I would definitely have to say the same thing. So, but thank you, man. God bless you, and I really appreciate the kind words. So I hope you have a great day. On to the next question, which is from DBZ and Assassin's Creed. Hey, I'm trying to get my friends in my school to watch your videos and stay funny. Thank you. Question number 1. Should Gohan gotten Super Saiyan 3 from the Kai's training? Question number 2. Who's your favorite guy from GTA? Michael, Franklin, or Trevor? Question number 3. What are you excited about Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z? Question number 4. If you could have a superpower, what would it be? Oh, wow, how ironic. Question number 5. Are you going to be playing Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag? P.S. Fuck dynamics! DAA, DBZ, and Assassin's Creed. Thank you, man. To answer your first question, yes. That's what should have happened. Gohan should have gotten the Super Saiyan 3 ability. I mean, that would have been so cool to see. Like, I mean, I understand the mystic form and the ultimate form is your inner power from your soul or whatnot, all that kind of stuff. But he cheated. I really don't care what anybody says. Gohan cheated to get his fucking powers. I mean, granted, some people might say Ultimate Gohan is far stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Alright, if that were true, Gohan still fucking cheated. Goku fucking trained his motherfucking ass off in the other world to attain that form. Vegeta, even though he never reached that form, trained his freaking ass off to get to a Super Saiyan 2, let alone pushing himself to get to a Super Saiyan 3. So Gohan, I mean, he got soft. He got really, really soft, and I'm pretty sure if Future Trunks, if Future Trunks was still around, Future fucking Trunks would be a Super Saiyan 3 by now. Everybody would have been far above Gohan, because Gohan wanted to go to college and get a job and become Mr. Saiyaman and, you know, have sex with Videl, and everybody else was busting their asses, you know, getting to a far greater level. So I do think Gohan should have gotten a Super Saiyan 3 before anything else, because that would have made more sense, would it not? I mean, shit, for me it would. And I think Gohan would have looked far more badass as a Super Saiyan 3. Imagine that for a second. That would have been so awesome. To answer your second question, favorite guy from GTA 5, I would have to say Trevor, because Trevor is so unpredictable. He's crazy, he's wacky, he's loony, he's funny. So I would have to say Trevor, because Trevor has that personality that's just, I don't care about anything else. I am who I am, and my name is Trevor, and I'm the best, and I'm an idiot, but I'm still the best. You know, like stuff like that. So I think definitely Trevor, because Trevor has that, you know, vibe to him that just you can relate to in a sense, but you can also just sit back and laugh your ass off. So to answer your third question, what am I excited about Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z? I'm excited that you can play as Bills and Whis. I'm really excited about that. For those of you out there who saw my Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z information video, if you haven't, go check it out, because I pretty much break it down. I'm so excited. I'm really excited that you can play as Whis, because we never saw him fight, so I really want to see how powerful he is. I mean, granted, he might be overpowered as fuck, but I'm still looking forward to playing as Whis. So to answer your first question, superpowers, let me see. I would probably have the superpower, probably to fly, I would have to say. Because who wouldn't want to fly? I mean, you're going to get to places easier. Like, you're going to get to point A to point B a lot faster. So I would have to say probably superpowers. For the simple fact that I would like to fly around and just, you know, explore and just get to certain places and see things that I haven't seen before. So... And to answer your fifth question, will I play Assassin's Creed Black Flag? Of course I will, but I will be playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag on the next generation consoles. So Thank you for the questions, man. I really appreciate it. Moving on to the next question, which is from McCrazy Official. Alex. I've been waiting here for almost a month now, and my fan mail still hasn't been answered. So for that reason, I'm sending it to you again, hoping that this time it makes it for this week's fan mail. Sorry, man. I mean, there's been so many fan mails. I'm telling you right now. I mean, it's not just you. It's so many people. I mean, I wish I was a robot. I wish I was a robot so I can just take all your stuff in and just answer it. But I'm not, so I apologize for that. But here we go. Question number 1. How do you feel about Rockstar making John Cleese from GTA, The Lost and Damned, look like such a pussy in GTA 5? I was so disappointed because in Liberty City he was such a badass, and seeing him get killed by Trevor kind of pissed me off. I have to agree with you on that one, I'm not gonna lie. Question number 2. Let's pretend only one of this could only exist in the world, and you had the chance. Which one would you choose? The DBZ games, including the anime, or the GTA franchise? Oh, damn. Question number 3. How is Pycon not canon if he appeared in the series against Goku in a tournament in Otherworld and also fought Kid Buu? Question number 4. How do you feel about Whis being a playable character in DBZ Battle of Z? Question number 5. If you ever made it to WWE, what would you like your wrestling name to be? Question number 6. If the Dragon Balls were real and you had collected all of them, what would your wish be? That's all for now. I hope this makes it for fan mail. Keep up the good work, man. I hope you make it to WWE. Thank you so much, man. To answer your first question, I have to agree. They made him such a bitch in GTA 5. I mean, he was knocking on Trevor's door. He was complaining and all that shit. He pretty much looked so weak in front of Trevor. Whereas in The Lost and Damned, he was such a fucking BA. Like, this guy was a badass. Like, he was just going around. He really didn't care. He was doing all sorts of stuff. And for him to get killed by Trevor, it was kind of a shocker because I was shocked. I was like, oh shit, that's the dude from Lost and Damned. It's Johnny. And then Johnny got freaking beat across the head. I was just like, man, what the hell's going on? But I think that they should have done a better job with Johnny rather than just killing him off like that. Like, that's pretty much, that's a low blow. It pissed me off in a sense too because I was like, wait a minute. So, like, you hyped this character up in Lost and Damned just for him to die? Like, that's some shit, man. But you gotta admit, that scene with Trevor was pretty funny because he was coming out like, pull your pants off. I was like, what the fuck? Is he gonna rape Johnny in the desert? Like, what? Damn, man. But I mean, I definitely agree with what you're saying because I felt the same way at the time. So that's pretty much what it is. I mean, I hope that one day they don't do that for all characters, just start killing off people randomly. That's really gonna suck. To answer your second question, that's a hard one because I love GTA so much. And I love Dragon Ball Z so much, but I would have to say probably Dragon Ball Z. Save Dragon Ball Z, because for me, it's something that I can't just imagine not being, involved with. So I mean, GTA is great. I love GTA so much. Like, you have no idea. I mean, that's the game that I started it all with. But in this little scenario, I would probably say Dragon Ball Z. To answer your third question, I really didn't hear about Pycon not being canon. From my knowledge, Pycon is canon. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if people were saying that he's not canon. But he was in the actual story. So how can he not be canon? That makes no sense. Because Pycon was a part of the actual Dragon Ball Z manga. So for people to say, or for anybody to say that Pycon was not canon, that right there just appears crazy. Because he was in most of the fucking episodes after Cell, so that right there just irks me. Because I believe that Pycon is definitely canon. There's no way that he can't be. To answer your fourth question, how do I feel about Whis being a playable character? Like I said, I mean, I'm really excited because I really want to see what Whis can do. But at the same time, it raises questions, you know what I mean? Like, is this how he actually is as a character? How powerful is he? Like, what are his abilities? What can Whis do that nobody else can't? So I'm really excited to see, like, what his specials are, what his abilities are, like, what Whis is capable of. I mean, we already know what Bills is capable of. I mean, he showed about, 60-70% of his power in the movie. So imagine if Bills actually tried, you know what I mean? So I at this point, we can surely say that we already know Bills and what he's capable of. But as for Whis, I mean, that just is a giant question mark, you know what I mean? But I feel really happy that we're going to finally play as Whis, because when I first heard about it, I was like, all right, well, Whis isn't really going to be a playable character. But then when I finally saw it, I was fucking excited as shit. So definitely I'm very excited for that. To answer your fifth question, I would have to say just my current name, probably Alex Mason. I'd probably stick with that one without a doubt. If I can't, then I mean, I guess I'll take something else, but that would be the name that I would like to stick with, to be honest. To answer your sixth question, if I collected all the Dragon Balls, what would my wish be? That's actually that depends because if that was the dragon that only granted one wish, which was Shenron, I would have to say probably the wish to live forever. Because I mean, isn't that everybody's wish and goal and like dream is to just live forever and just live a happy life forever? So I would definitely want to live forever. If it was Porunga, however, the dragon that can grant you 3 wishes, I would have to say definitely live forever. Definitely have immunity to pain and viruses and stuff like that, because I wouldn't want to fucking have to live with a disease for my immortal life. If that counts for immortality, then no, I would have to say, just stick with immortality. But immortality, probably the second wish would be world peace. Like world peace in terms of no more fucking violence, like no more threatening people, like no more trying to fucking threaten you. Oh, if you attack my nation, I'm gonna nuke you type shit. I can't stand that. So definitely world peace in terms of everybody getting along for once, because I mean that's something that really bothers me. It's like, why can't we all just get along? I mean, you right now asking me this question, you're a person, I'm a person, your family, they're people, my family, they're people outside that are walking the streets right now, they're people. Like, we're all fucking people. You know what I mean? Like, why can't we function as people? I mean, so what if you're black, white, Spanish, Asian, Chinese, Japanese, German, tall, short, fat, ugly, pretty, ripped, whatever. Like, we're all people, damn it. Like, why can't we all just, toss our differences aside and just get along? I mean, Christ, man. I mean, so what? Like, that's something that really irks me. It's like, and then people often want to bring religion. Oh, it's religion's fault. To a certain extent, but I mean, even if that's the case, why can't religious people just like get along? Like, I mean, really, like I'm a Christian. I'm a devoted Christian, and I get along with everybody. I mean, there's not anybody that pisses me off. You know what I mean? Same thing for Muslims. I mean, there are some Muslim people that just get along with everybody. Same thing with Buddhists. Same thing with atheists. Same thing with everybody. But there are some Muslims, atheists, Christians, and all that really hate other people. It's like, why do you hate? It's like, that's not good to hate other people. I mean, why? So definitely world peace. That would be something that I would definitely go for. And my last wish would probably be to be the richest person to ever live on this planet, because with all that money, I can actually just go on ahead and give back. And what I mean give back, I mean fucking give back. I mean, imagine if I had $100 trillion. I would start a foundation on Mars for everybody. Like, you guys have no idea. I mean, number one, with that kind of money, I would definitely start feeding people, because something that really irks me is the fact that you live on this planet knowing that there are people that are really hungry out there, and I know what it means to be hungry, because I've already gone through those times. So I know what it feels like not to have food, so that's something I would definitely do first. And then I would provide shelter. Like, it doesn't have to be a fucking mansion, but shelter is shelter. A home is a home, an apartment is an apartment. So I would definitely do that, because I feel like every person on this planet should deserve a chance to have a home and stuff like that. And then I would definitely invest in people that are going to build foundations like treatment centers and sports facilities and activities for children and stuff like that. I mean, I really want to transform, communities and stuff like that for the better, not for the worst. So, and then another thing I would definitely do with all that money is I would invest in Dragon Ball Z. I'd be like, all right, bitches, I have all the money now. Now I'm going to pay you guys to make more fucking Dragon Ball Z. Let's get fucking to it, chop chop. So that's the first thing I would do, honestly. But I really appreciate the questions, man. Thank you for everything. Moving on to the next question, which is from Joe Gonzalez. Hello, UnrealEntGaming. First off, I just wanted to say that you are an amazing person. Thank you. You give so much time to your subscribers, man. You are a boss, my good sir. No, you are a boss, my good sir. Now, here are the questions. All right, here we go. Question number 1. Have you ever had an awkward moment, let's say at your job with your friends, or an awkward moment on a date? Question number 2, what would you do if one day you hear your doorbell ring and when you open it, you see Hugh Hefner outside and he asked you, would you like to take a tour around the Playboy Mansion? Would you say yes or no? Finally question. You put finally question instead of final question. Question number 3. I don't know if you get this question a lot, but when you think you would come to the merchandise such as hats, shirts, and etc. Oh, merchandise. Those would be my questions for you, man. I hope you have the best of luck and get into WWE because WWE needs more people like you, man. God bless you. P.S. Fuck the squares. Taco Bell is the best. Why does Paul cheat? I don't know why Paul cheats. Taco Bell is the best, and squares should be eradicated. But thank you, man. That really means a lot. I mean, I really hope that they take me in one day, but I mean, that's not up to me to decide. It's up to you guys, and it's up to them. So. But thank you. To answer your first question, I've had so many awkward moments, man. I've had an awkward moment one time where I farted in the movie theater, and then I really played it off. Like I got like one of my friends to like really believe that it was somebody else. Like, and it was just so weird because as the movie's playing, all you heard was like. I was just like, oh shit, what was that, man? Like I definitely played it off just like that. I was like, oh, this guy farted. And like I kind of had a feeling that I was being a suspect, like in terms of oh yeah, this guy did it. But I definitely farted in the movie theater one time. I mean, I had to because I couldn't hold it anymore. I was like, YOLO. And then there were times with my friends where I remember one time my friend was talking about I forgot what exactly he was talking about, but then out of nowhere, like, he said something, and I nearly choked on my soda. I swear, like, I had soda coming out of my fucking nose. And it was just so awkward because I'm the only one choking or whatever, and they're all just watching me without even helping me. They're just standing there in silence like this. And I'm over there just dying, like, bleh. But, I would have to say those would be the only 2 awkward moments I've had as of recent. But there's been so many awkward moments that I've had. I mean, I'm sure everybody has, but definitely those would be the 2 that I would have to recall for right now. To answer your second question, if Hugh Hefner was knocking on my door asking me to go to the Playboy Mansion, I wouldn't even hesitate. I would just grab my keys. Like, even if I was, like, dressed in nothing but fucking shorts and, like, socks, I would not even put on sneakers. I would just walk out my door and just go. I'm not even kidding. I mean, that right there, I mean, who would not? Tell me somebody who would not go to the Playboy Mansion. I mean, that's just awesome, you know what I mean? So, if Hugh Hefner did that, I would definitely go without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, I would probably want to live there, to be honest. And to answer your last question, in terms of merchandise, I mean, I really wanted to keep this a little secret, but definitely in 2014. I'm definitely looking into some stuff for 2014. So I really hope that you guys are going to be happy with what is going to happen in that year because I have a lot of things that I'm going to be doing for that timeline. So I hope you all are ready for it because I'm really investing a lot of time into designing and like thinking about stuff because I don't want to like do typical things, you know what I mean? Like I want to do something really awesome. So that would be my little take on what's gonna happen with that. So 2014 is the window that I'm looking at. So definitely some really nice stuff heading your way. So, but thank you for the questions, man. It really means a lot. Moving on to the next question, which is from Split the Gamer. Hey, Alex, before I start with the questions, I just want to say that you are my idol, bro. And every time I come to your channel and there is no new DBZ video out there, I freak out. Now on to the questions. Thank you, man. I mean, if it's not too much to ask, I would like to know why a lot of you guys see me as an idol. That's something that I've always wanted or kind of questioned on myself. I was like, I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that, but I mean, it's just so overwhelming because I never had anybody look up to me ever, you know what I mean? And for somebody to say that, you know what I mean? Like, it means more to me than you can ever even imagine because, I mean, I never grew up with any brothers or sisters or cousins or a dad or anything like that. All I have is a mom. So for somebody to say, look, I look at you like a brother, I look at you like an idol, I look at you as a best friend, that really means a lot to me because, I mean, yeah, man, I'm starting getting all emotional right now. Thank you, man. That's all I can say right now is just thank you so much. Question number 1. If the original 3 Halloween beasts actually get into a rumble, who would win, Freddy, Jason, or Michael Myers? But in the real world. Okay. Well, I mean, that can vary. That can vary in many different aspects. Question number 2: what if a new Dragon Ball Z movie came out and it was a sequel to Battle of Gods, and during the new movie, Goku and Vegeta achieved new transformations prior to their highest level, like Goku ascends to Super Saiyan 4 and Vegeta ascends to Super Saiyan 3. Oh, that'd be fucking sick. Do you think that would help against Bills and the other gods? Question number 3: how do you think the introduction of a new male Saiyan that has not been seen or heard from before will affect the DBZ timeline? And also, these characters are not Broly, Pine, or Tara. Let's just say he was a surviving Saiyan with no training. That's all I have for now. I hope this makes it, and I hope you read it, not least. Without any further ado, thank you, Alex. I really hope you get far in life and reach your goals. Thank you so much, man. P.S. Alex and Paul, Young Money. I can't believe I just fucking did that. PSS, Alex singing, my pain can never be told, can never be told. All the success that I've been suffering from. Now, I'm not going to get into that. That's a great fucking song. I love that fucking song. Never Surrender by DJ Khaled. Thanks, Alex. Thank you, man. To answer your first question, Freddy, Jason, and Michael. Well, I mean, let's see. Given the fact that Freddy can actually die in the real world, I mean, given the fact that, I mean, it's not his dream world, so he could be killed. Between these two, I would have to say probably Jason, because Jason would use any object. Jason would not give a fuck. As opposed to Michael, doesn't Michael... Michael only kills those that are within his family circle, or those who trespass on Michael's property and stuff like that. I mean, given the fact that you guys seen the last Halloween movie way back in the day. What was it? Resurrection or H2O? I think it was Resurrection. When they had that party inside of Michael's old home, they pretty much went inside his home and wanted to trash the place. So, I mean, Michael did the right thing in a certain sense. But I mean, in this given scenario, I would have to say probably Jason, probably. But both Michael and Jason are immortal. So I mean, how would that even flare off? But to answer your second question, that would be so fucking awesome. I'm telling you right now. If a movie did come out which was based off a sequel of Battle of Gods, and Goku reached Super Saiyan 4 and Vegeta reached Super Saiyan 3, do you know how awesome that would be? I mean, literally, that would be so amazing. But then again, it would kind of demean Super Saiyan God. But in a sense, I mean, Super Saiyan 4 and Super Saiyan 3, that would be so awesome. I mean, literally, I can see it right now. I can see Goku just going off ahead and fighting or whatever, and he gets beaten down, and then, Vegeta stepping up to the plate, and he's saying, Kakarot, just sit back and watch. And then Vegeta transforms into Super Saiyan 3. Goku's in shock. Vegeta charges, and Goku's like, no, it's not gonna work. Vegeta charges, Bills beats him down, and then Goku reaches Super Saiyan 4. He gives Bills a great fight, but then Bills overcomes it, maybe. If not, then Whis steps in the picture. I mean, just so many possibilities, but I would love to see a Super Saiyan 4 that's canon by Akira Toriyama, and I would love it more than anything else to see Vegeta turn Super Saiyan 3. That's what I think should always happen. I mean, I think Vegeta should be allowed to reach Super Saiyan 3 because I think he deserves it more than anybody else. I think Vegeta deserves Super Saiyan 3 way more than Gotenks deserved it when he fought Super Buu. I mean, Vegeta really, really trained his ass off, so I believe Vegeta definitely deserves that. I believe Goku should turn Super Saiyan 4. I mean, I love Super Saiyan God form and all that stuff, but I mean, to me, it's a really disappointing form. I mean, I was expecting a lot more. I was expecting some really neat stuff, but if that's all we got, then I was really disappointed, man. And to answer your last question, the introduction of a new male character, that would be good, but why introduce another Saiyan? You know what I mean? Why not introduce another character? I mean, for me personally, I would love for them to introduce the other gods or whatever, and maybe have Bills join the Z Fighters. But introducing another male Saiyan, I think if they did that, I think they should make him a Saiyan that was related to a very important Saiyan that Vegeta knew. For example, it could have been the brother of Nappa. It could have been the brother of whatever or something like that. You know what I mean? The son of whatever. Or, can you imagine if Paragus had a second son? You know what I mean? That could be him, except he's not Broly. He's not evil. He's a good guy. Or there's something like that. You know what I mean? Like, do something different, but do something refreshing. You know what I mean? Like, just, I feel like if they do introduce another male character, it would be good. But definitely do something out of the ordinary. You know, don't just introduce him as another surviving Saiyan. Do something different with this kid, you know what I mean? Or he may not be a kid, he might be like an adult or something like that, you know what I mean? Something different, but like I said, something refreshing. But that's my personal opinion. But how would you do it? I want to know from you. How exactly would you introduce a new male character? But thank you for the question, man. It really means a lot, and thank you for the compliments, bro. Now, moving on to the next question, which is from Werner von Gas. Hey Alex, Werner here. I just wanted to say thank you for everything you've done for us subs. You're welcome, man. May I please ask you some questions? No, you cannot. On to the next question, which is from... Oh, look. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, cool. Here we go. Question number 1. Will you ever come to South Africa? Question number 2. What costume are you going to wear for Halloween? Question 3. Will you do a Mind Wars on Xbox? Question 4. What is the best memory as a child? Thank you so much for answering my questions. You are like a brother to me. Thank you, man. Oh, my God. You guys are just... One day, I mean, I'm telling you, one day I'm just going to end up breaking down in this video. Hope you have a good day, man. God bless you and your mother. Thank you so much. God bless you and your family too, man. To answer your first question, this is very ironic. This is actually very, very, very ironic because me and my mom have a family friend who lives in South Africa. I'm not really sure where in South Africa she lives. She moved about, what was it, 5 or 6 years ago? Yeah, 5 or 6 years ago she moved there. And, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if I went because I've always wanted to go there because I've seen pictures of, like, their house and whatever and all the animals that are around there. It's really awesome. So, would I ever go there? Absolutely. I mean, I would never have a problem with that. I mean, just going off and going to South Africa, I mean, that would be so amazing because I would like to see how it's like, you know, in another continent. So... to answer your second question, what costume am I going to be wearing for Halloween? Well, if you're talking about the Halloween that just passed, I didn't do anything, to be honest. All I did was just work. I came home, and I just pretty much watched some movies. I played some games. But next year for Halloween, I'm thinking about actually going on ahead and doing something because this is like the second Halloween that I didn't do shit. So, definitely for next Halloween, I'm thinking about doing something. Maybe I'll dress up as Ultron from the Avengers. Maybe I'll dress up as, you know, Superman. Or maybe I'll dress up as fucking Goku for that matter. I have no idea. But definitely next year for Halloween, I'm definitely going to do something. To answer your third question, Mind Wars on the Xbox. Now, I wanted to keep this a secret, but fuck it. On the Xbox, I am going to do a series similar to Mind Wars, except it's not going to be called Mind Wars, but I'm not going to do it for the Xbox 360 perhaps, maybe. I might do it for the Xbox One, given the fact that we can include a lot more players in the server, or in dedicated lobby, so to say. So if I ever do plan on doing it, which I am, it's going to be something definitely on the Xbox One. And that's something that I think everybody would want to stay tuned for because it's definitely going to be similar to the PC version, except it's going to be on the Xbox. So, and to answer your last question, favorite memory as a child, I can't really say because I have so many memories as a kid. But if I had to name a few, I would have to say all the great TV shows, all the great, you know, holidays that I used to just love and enjoy as a kid, such as Christmas and Thanksgiving and, you know, Halloween and Easter and New Year's and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's not the same when you're an adult, put it that way, but I mean, those would have to be my best memories, and having all my friends, my early childhood friends, and, you know, playing with fucking Legos, like, for hours on end and whatnot, you know what I mean? Just, those were the memories that I think would never leave my heart. So, those would have to be my memories as a kid. So, but thank you for the question, Mr. Werner. Moving on to the next question, which is from Christopher0470. Hello, Alex. You are by far the best YouTuber I know. Let's get on to the questions. All right, man. Thank you. Here we go. Question number 1. How do you feel about Dragon Ball Online shutting down a few days ago? Question 2, will you be buying Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z for your Xbox 360 or PS3? Question number 3, who is Squid? I keep hearing it mentioned in a lot of your videos, but I don't know what you mean. Question 4, obviously Yamcha is the worst character in DBZ, but what about the villain characters do you think is equivalent like Yamcha? Like maybe Cybermen, Raditz, Nappa, or the Frieza soldiers? Those are all my questions. Thanks for answering them. P.S. When I unlock all of the Battle of Z characters, the first thing I'm doing, if you could do a 4v1, is make Team Super Saiyan God, Goku, Bills, Whis, and Super Saiyan 3 Goku versus Yamcha. Want to bet on how many seconds he'll get obliterated? Does that even count as an extra question? I mean, fuck, he'd get fucking annihilated. Alright, to answer your first question, I was really bummed out because, I mean, I was getting far in the game and then it just got obliterated, and that shit really got to me. I was like, well, what the hell, you know what I mean? Like, just when the game was starting to get good. I mean, I understand the game's been around for years, but I mean, God, why not just give it a chance for once, you know what I mean? Just let it go, like, let it go on the servers and stuff like that. I was really bummed out, but, I mean, at this point, I hope they make something else out of it, because if they don't, then I'm really going to be bummed out, because Dragon Ball Online, like, in my early episodes, I don't know if you guys already checked them out, but if you didn't, go check them out. In the early episodes of Dragon Ball Online, I remember when it was me, it was Paul, it was Sean, it was a bunch of my friends, it was a bunch of you guys. There were more subscribers in the servers playing with us than anybody else, and I remember I used to round up a bunch of Saiyans. We used to be the giant Saiyan army, and we used to just run around and just fight each other and fight shit, and it was incredibly awesome. But now it's like it's just gone, you know what I mean? It's really disappointing. But I really do hope that one day they go on ahead and say, you know what, let's just bring it back, because that's what I think they should do, is resurrect Dragon Ball Online, because that's something that I thought was really fun. Except this time they can include a lot more with it. So to answer your second question, I'm going to be getting it for the Xbox 360, but it's not like it's going to matter, because I heard that they're going to do a cross-platform battle. So that means Xbox people can fight PS3 people in terms of online. If that's true, then I'm definitely going all for it, because that right there would be more than amazing to do. Like, can you imagine that? You know, Xbox players versus PS3 players, PS3 players versus Xbox players. That right there is awesome. So I would love to do that without a shadow of a doubt. To answer your third question, simply put, squids are just squids. The fucking creatures you see in the ocean, those elusive, just tentacle-sucking, bottomless-feeding, juice-squirting bastards. Pretty much. That it is what it is. A squid is just the squid. It's not who it is, it's what it is. So, and to answer your fourth question, Yamcha is the worst fucking, just worse than any of them. I think if there's anybody worse than Yamcha, it's probably Hercule. But Yamcha's worse than Cyberman. Yamcha's worse than freaking Raditz, Nappa, and any of the Frieza soldiers. Yamcha is one of the useless characters. Yamcha, I think, should be obliterated from Dragon Ball Z, period. He is the absolute epitome of crap. So, and to answer your bonus question, I mean, like, you want to bet on how many seconds he'll get obliterated? Yamcha wouldn't even last a millisecond, I swear to you. Like, one little blast and he would be fucking reduced to ashes. I mean, there would be nothing left of Yamcha, to be honest. So I would have to say 0.000000001 seconds. I mean, that's it. He would get just destroyed. But thank you for the questions, Mr. Christopher. Moving on to the next question, which is from David Bennett. Hey Alex, what's up? My phone just went off. Fuck. I just have a few questions before I start. I just wanted to commend you for Ally, for doing your videos. You're really funny and brighten up my day when I'm feeling down. I'm telling you guys, like, if that's your goal to make me like break down in one of these videos and cry or something like that, it's gonna work one day, because you guys are just that really means so much to me, that I've actually went on ahead and I've actually brightened people's days up, because that's my goal. That's my goal on here, is to make people happy and to like make people laugh. That's for one, because I love to make people laugh and just brighten people's days up. I mean, if I can do that for you, if I can do that for anybody, then mission accomplished for me, because I don't want anything in return. I just want you guys to watch my videos, to enjoy them for what they're worth, you know what I mean? Because I love video games. Who doesn't love video games? That's why you guys are here, right? I mean, so thank you for that, mister. Just Ah. All right, question number 1. What was the worst and best video games you've ever reviewed and why? Question 2, if you can play one orchestra instrument, trumpet, trombone, flute, what would it be? I play the saxophone. I'm about to say something for that. Let me see. Question number 3, how did you start uploading? Question number 4, how did you impale me? Question number 5, have you watched or read One Piece? If so, what did you think? Question 6, could any DBZ character lose to a Cyberman? Yes, Yamcha. Question 7, PS4, Xbox One. Question 8, if you could have one superpower, what would it be? Wow, look at that. Another similar question. Thanks for answering my questions and keep up the good work. God bless. God bless you too, man. To answer your first question, what was the best and worst video games that I've ever reviewed? Worst video game was Prize Fighter, Don King's Prize Fighter, which was the worst boxing game I've ever fucking played in my life. Another really bad game was probably the Burger King game. Do you guys remember that? The original Burger King game that they had, like they were giving out and whatnot. Like that shit was crap. That was another crappy ass game because it just it was crap. Some of the best games, I mean, GTA 5, Last of Us. So many of these recent games have been really good, along with some of the old school classics like Metal Gear Solid and Dragon Ball Z. I mean, I thought the Dragon Ball Z games were pretty good too. Gears of War, Halo, all that kind of stuff. So definitely those games were some of the best games because they had great stories, they had great online. So those would have to be my best and worst games reviewed. To answer your second question, the saxophone, tell me, like, is it hard to play? Because, I mean, to me, I always envisioned the saxophone as being the best orchestra instrument because you could do so much with the saxophone, but I'm not really sure if that's true or not because I heard that the flute can be rivaled. So, but for me, I would have to say the saxophone as well. If not the saxophone, then probably the trumpet. I think that'd be pretty cool. But then again, I mean, I'd probably suck either way. Like, for me to produce music on those instruments would be like a bunch of mice having sex in the basement or something like that. It would be that bad. I mean, I can't play for my life. But to answer your third question, how did I start uploading? I uploaded years and years and years ago. In 2006 was my first ever video. So I have a lot of experience. I've been here for 7 years on and off. So I mean, pretty much I already explained this in the previous episode because somebody asked me a very similar question. But I started in 2006 all because of a wrestling video that I saw, a wrestling response. And from then on in, I just went on ahead and started making some wrestling vlogs and all that kind of stuff, just giving my predictions on stuff and whatever. And from then on in, it just grew. So I would have to say that's how I started so far. So to answer your fourth question, how did I meet Paul? I met Paul in the back of an alley. He was on his knees using mouthwash. No, I'm just kidding. Can you imagine that? Oh, God. No, I met Paul through his mom because I used to work with his mom. And his mom is great. I love Paul's mom. Paul's mom is the most down-to-earth, inspirational woman that I've ever met. I mean, that woman, my mom has known her mom. Yeah, Paul's a woman. My mom known his mom for 10 years plus, and so I never knew that she had a son named Paul until she told me one day, because I was telling her about how I was working on a vlog or whatever, and she was like, oh, my son does it too, and I was like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. And then I finally met him, and I was like, oh my God, this kid is just like me, except he's short and brown, and I'm tall and white. This is awesome. So Paul is awesome. I mean, that kid, I would not trade our friendship for anything in the world. That kid is amazing. He's one of my best friends. I love Paul to death. I mean, just Paul helped me so much, and I know I've helped Paul a lot. So that kid, I would never trade our friendship for anything. I mean, literally, I would take like 75 bullets for him, even though he probably would take shit for me. But still, that's how much our friendship means to us. So to answer your fifth question, have I ever watched One Piece or read about it? I've actually watched the crossover between Dragon Ball Z and One Piece. I didn't see the English dub. I saw some Japanese stuff, and I really didn't understand shit, nor did I know what was going on, but it was fucking sick. I mean, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and you had all these other characters. I was like, oh, this is awesome. So I did watch the crossover, but I never watched anything after that. To answer your sixth question, is there any character that can lose to Cyberman? Yes, Hercule and Yamcha. To answer your seventh question, PS4, Xbox One, I would have to say probably PS4 because it's leaning more towards games, but the Xbox One is going to have some great online games as well, so I'm not biased toward any of them. I like both systems equally. I'm not a fanboy of either or. I'm getting both, so kudos to both systems. And to answer your 8th question, as you already may have heard earlier, I would have the power to fly. So, but thank you for the question, Mr. Ben. It really means a lot. And thank you all for watching this episode, everybody, of Fan Mail of the Week. My name is UnrealEntGaming. If you guys are fans, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for all the latest news, information, and updates. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit it up with a like. Hit this video up with a like and a favorite. Rate that thumbs up button, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Stay tuned for next week's episode of Fan Mail of the Week. Submit your questions in video format, please. I would like to see some of you guys in live motion. So thank you all for watching, everybody. Stay tuned for more, and I'll be seeing each and every single one of you guys this week or next week or whenever the next fan mail is, everybody. Peace.